Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to learn about what is the heat engine. So we all know that work can easily be converted to other form of energy, but converting other form of energy to work is it not easy. How? If see what I am telling you. If there is a electrical resistance, right? If there is a electrical resistance and this have a potential difference, and this have a potential difference, let's suppose V. So the current will, and this is our system, current I will flow to that. So what is that? We done the electrical work onto the system, and this electrical work is to increase its internal energy and develop heat from the system, right? So during flowing of a current, heat will flow. That means during flowing of a current, that means that means flow of a charge, and flow of a charge will nothing, it is electrical work. So heat will produce. So what is that? Flow of electron, flow of charge, you can say that, will responsible to heat will develop. But either heat will develop into the system, is there current will supply. So if we reverse, we think this is in this direction is okay. But if you think that if heat supply is it is flow of charge, not happening. So what is the flow of charge? Work. So this is for first example. Also, if you put a container here, and in this there is a fluid, if this is our system, if we have a stirrer device, so if you rotate that, that means you have gives the efforts on the system, so you have a work, and this, so you have a work, you done a work on the system, and this work is this energy may that means convert this work will convert first to the internal energy of the fluid, and that internal energy of the fluid will increasing continuously. Why? Because continuously work is done, and this energy may leave the water as heat, and this internal energy is responsible to heat release. So heat will release from the system to the surrounding, there is no problem. But if we heat up the system, if we heat up the system, is it produce work? No. So if we this to this direction is possible, that means work will convert it into heat. But if you have supply a heat, internal energy increase, of fluid increase, but that internal energy of the fluid will not produce a work. That means rotating a shaft, rotate a shaft. That means, what is your observation? The observation is that, what is your conclusion? So we conclude that work can be converted to heat directly. What we conclude, that the work will convert heat directly or completely. That means convert directly or and completely. But but the conversion of heat, the conversion of heat the conversion of heat to the re- work required to use of will not possible completely. It is not possible completely. So we can say that work as a high grade energy and heat is a low grade energy. If we convert low grade energy heat completely heat to a high grade energy work, we always require, if we convert heat to work, we always required a device, always required a device, and this device is called, what is it called? Heat engine. What is called? Heat engine. So if you're converting work to heat, there is no any device, there is no need device. This will directly convert to heat to work to heat. But if you convert heat to the work, not possible directly. So for that we use a device, and such a device use heat engine. So heat engine has a device. So heat engine, what is a heat engine? Heat engine. So what is the heat engine? A device that operates in a cycle and produce a net work output. That means, what is your criteria? Example, like example, steam power plant. Steam power plant. So what is the characteristic of this heat engine? What is the, how heat engine will perform? So first we design a device. There is a device, right? And that device is heat engine. So what is that? They receive heat, they receive heat they receive heat from high temperature source, from a high temperature source, and that source is like solar energy, oil furnace, nuclear reactor, etc. That means a heat engine is first receive heat where from high temperature source. They convert part of this heat. They convert part of this heat, not totally, part of this heat to work, to to work, usually in the form of rotating shaft. It is in the form of rotating shaft, right? To form work, and this is in the form of net out. His form net output produce a work, then they reject remaining energy in the form of waste heat. Remaining, that means a part of heat will convert into a work, and the part which is left is reject as a waste form of energy in the form of heat to a low temperature sink, and that sink is the atmosphere, river, etc. And they operate in a cycle, and they operate in a cycle, they operate in a continuous cycle. So this is called heat engine, right? So what is that steam power plant? What is that steam power plant in which, that means why this is your net out? Why? Because we see it is like that. Steam power plant, there is a boiler, there is a boiler, there is a boiler, and in this boiler there is a steam will flow and going to the turbine, going to the turbine. This is your turbine. Turbine will exit from, we'll discuss further video, no problem. And then it will going to a condenser in which the boiler will supply a heat from the high temperature source, and it reject from the low temperature source, and this produce a work W out, and again it will pump to a high temperature, this is high pressure, this is WP to the boiler. This is your cycle, this is your cycle. So what is the heat engine? Why this is net? This is your heat engine, right? This is your heat engine operating in a cycle, work producing, that's why. And if we consider this is your work output, if you consider this is your work out, work out, so this work out, so this work out, this is your work out. So this work out, the part of a work out will converted again into a engine, again into a engine. The part of work out is again into a engine to run that, to run that engine. So this is your work in. So what is the work out minus work in? This is your net out. So a portion of the work output of a heat engine, of a heat engine is consumed internally consumed internally to maintain continuous, right? So why this is called net? So this is your heat engine. So we know that the first law of a thermodynamics, first law for a cycle, for a cycle, and this is our system, this is our system, this is our system, heat engine is our system, this is our system. So this is our system. So heat will QH QL, and this is your the difference between W net out is what? W by the turbine, WT minus WP. So this is your net. So this is your power plant heat engine. So this is your system, and this is this. If this is your system, if this is our system, then there is no any flow of mass, but there is a flow of energy. So this system behave as a, this system behave as a closed system. So steam power plant behave as a not isolated. Why? Because in the case of isolated, there will also be no heat transfer. So this is a closed system. So now for a cycle, what is that? What is that? Integration dq is equal to integration dw, right? What is the total heat? This is your QH minus QL, QH minus QL, and what is the total work? W net out, right? This is your first law of thermodynamics. Now efficiency of heat engine. What is the efficiency of heat engine? This is called thermal efficiency, net output by heat supply. What is the heat supply? QH. So what is the net heat input, net heat output? QH minus QL divided by QH. So what is the efficiency of thermal efficiency of heat engine? 1 minus QL by QH, right? So from the here, for continuous work output, see here, for continuous work output, this work output is always, this will not equal to 0, right? So QHL is not equal to QL, QH is not equal to QL, and QH is equal to W net plus QL. QH is equal to W net plus QL, and W net is greater than 0 and QL. So this will never equal to 0. So if there is a never equal to 0, so this is always positive quantity. QL by QH always positive quantity, and which is greater than 1, which is greater than 0. If this is greater than 0, so efficiency, thermal efficiency of the heat engine is what? Always less than 100%. It is never equal to 100%, right? Now again, what we have discussed about that. So what is that? Some heat engine perform better than other, convert more of heat they receive to work. That means, what is that? If you think like that, this is your heat engine. Now what is the, see, if you convert, now from here we see that if you convert heat to work, if you convert heat to work, it is not possible naturally. It is not, if you convert heat to work, it is not possible naturally. That means heat will converted into work, work is converted to heat, work is converted to heat, it will be possible. But the conversion of heat to work, it is not possible. For that conversion, possibility of that conversion, we required a device. Such device is called heat engine. Again, you think like that, if you supply heat, that means if there is a low temperature body and if there is a high temperature body, if you supply a heat from low temperature body to high temperature body, it is never possible. If you supply a heat from high temperature to low temperature, it is possible. But when we produce a work, that means, see like that, this is very important, I'm telling you. What is that? See, number first, there is a high temperature body, there is a low temperature body. Heat will supply continuously, no problem. Heat will supply from high temperature body to low temperature body, no problem. But when you produce this heat to work, there must be a device. There must be a device here. And that device is known as heat engine. Right? But see, next attempt. What is that? If you supply, again, there is a low temperature body and there is a high temperature body. If you supply heat from low temperature to high temperature body, it is never possible. It is never possible. So what is the possibility? What is the possibility is that, if you supply heat from low temperature body to high temperature body, you must have a device. And that device is known as refrigerator or heat pump. So what is the refrigerator or heat pump? See, if there is a refrigerator or heat pump, so it received heat from low temperature thermal reservoir. It received heat from low temperature thermal reservoir to reject heat from high temperature thermal reservoir. Right? And this system to run continuously to produce work, if this device will continuously run to this type of process will take place, that means it will receive from low temperature and reject from high temperature, we always put a work into the system. Right? So what is that refrigerator? What is that? And what is the difference between heat pump and refrigerator? If you have maintaining this this quantity QL, you maintain low temperature, known as refrigerator. If you maintain high temperature, that means this quantity, heat pump, right? So only the maintaining, with respect to maintaining which temperature you have maintained, according to that what is the refrigerator and heat pump, but the principle is same. So in this case, what is the performance? That performance is known as COP. What is that? What we want, and what we pay for it, what we pay for it. So if refrigerator or heat pump, if there is a refrigerator, what we want, QL. So this is your what, QL divided by work in. If there is heat pump, what we want, QH divided by W in, right? And we know that from first law of thermodynamics, TD for a cycle, integration dq is equal to dw. What is the dq? Total dq. This is our if the heat pump and refrigerator, working between same temperature limit, right? What is the same temperature limit? TH and TL. If they are working same temperature limit, so what is the COP of heat pump minus COP of refrigerator? What is that? What is the COP of heat pump? COP of heat pump. What is the COP of heat pump? COP of heat pump. What is the COP of heat pump? QH by QL. QH by W in. What is the COP of refrigerator? QL by W in. So 1 by W in, QH minus QL, and QH minus QL is what? What is the QH minus QL? The QH minus QL is positive W in. So what is that? 1. So what we conclude, that COP of heat pump minus COP of refrigerator is always equal to 1. That means the COP of refrigerator working between same temperature limit, COP of heat pump is equal to 1 plus COP of refrigerator. That means COP of heat pump is always higher than COP of refrigerator. Okay, one above. So see here, COP of refrigerator, yeah, heat pump, anything, no problem. So COP of refrigerator is what? QL by W in. It is greater than 1. Why? Because QL is higher than W in. Why? Because QL is higher. Yeah, QL is higher than W in. Why? Because QH will reach when the QH is how much? W in plus QL is WH. So QL is higher than W in. So if QL is higher than W in, so COP is always higher than you greater than 1, so QL is always higher than W in. We want like that. So that is the amount of heat removed. The amount of heat, this is the amount of heat removed. Amount of heat removed from the refrigerated space. From the refrigerated space can be greater than the amount of work input. Amount of work input that is in contrast that the thermal efficiency which can be never be greater than, but the thermal efficiency is never greater than 1, but COP may be greater than 1. So in fact there is one reason to explain the efficiency of the, there is one reason for expressing the efficiency of the refrigerator by another term, the coefficient of performance. So the refrigerator or heat pump, it is greater than 1, it is greater than 1,